your feet, in through the soles of your feet for Mother Earth, only using your belly breaths the whole way. Belly breath in through the soles of your feet from deep in Mother Gaia. In through your strong fascia, your cartilage, your toes. Oh yeah, your feet that get you where you want to go. Breathing in only belly breaths, succession of belly breaths. In through your photonic energy that's holding everything together with your gorgeous meat ensemble. Belly breath into your ankles. Another belly breath into your strong calves. A belly breath into your knees. A belly breath into your thighs, side, front, back. A belly breath into your sexual organs, your spiritual sexual organs, your spectual organs. Good morning, beloved love family. A belly breath into your root chakra. A belly breath into your sacral chakra. Another belly breath, only belly breath, shoulders down. We're not activating any of your fight or flight. We're integrating your sympathetic and your parasympathetic nervous system. A belly breath into your digestive organs. I'm going to turn this down ever so slightly. Belly breath into your solar plexus. Another belly breath into the front of your ribs. Belly breath into the side of your ribs. A belly breath in the back of your ribs. It's so good to oxygenate your cells. Another belly breath, shoulders down, angel wings ever so slightly back. We're not activating your sympathetic nerves. We're just keeping parasympathetic, sympathetic together in love and peace. Belly breath bigger than your body. A belly breath all the way to Taiwan. A belly breath all the way to India. A belly breath all the way to the Galactic Federation. A belly breath all through the cosmos. A belly breath across every state in America, every province in Canada. A belly breath all across Europe. A belly breath to South America. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Another belly breath into all your internal organs, your pancreas, your liver. Belly breath into your lungs, your heart. A belly breath into your gallbladder. A belly breath into your liver and your onions, baby. A belly breath into your back, your strong back. A belly breath into your skin, the largest organ in the body, baby. A belly breath into your shoulders. A belly breath into your upper back, your breast tissue, the front of your back. Another belly breath only, succession of belly breaths. A belly breath into your upper arms. A belly breath into your elbows. Belly breath down your arms. A belly breath into your gorgeous, expressive wrists, hands. Oh yeah, all of the fascia, the muscles, the cartilage, the bones. A belly breath out your beautiful fingers and out your fingernails. And let's give thanks for our gorgeous hands. A belly breath into your larynx, your pharynx. Going to turn this down ever so slightly. Belly breath into your gorgeous tongue, the back of your mouth. A belly breath into your teeth, your gums. A belly breath into your beautiful smile that lights up the entire freaking cosmos. Good morning, love family. Good morning, John Williams in Toronto. Good morning, love warrior Danny McKay in Florida. A belly breath into your ears. Let's oxygenate the you-know-what out of our bodies. The best way to self-regulate and self-soothe the nervous system. A belly breath into your gorgeous, wonderful cheekbones. A belly breath into your nose, your nostrils, and of course, in honor of John Williams, your nose hairs. A belly breath. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I can almost see without my glasses. Good morning, Jeff Butter in California. Good morning, love warrior. Good morning. So another belly breath into the backs of our eyeballs. The eyes are the doorway to the soul. Let's oxygenate every cell. This best way to self-soothe and self-regulate, and the fastest way. Belly breath into your eyeballs, all the tiniest veins in your body, Oh yeah, let's them light up. Let's them light up. Let's them lit up, baby. A belly breath into your forehead. Belly breath. Succession of belly breaths. Shoulders down. We're not activating the sympathetic nervous system. We want the parasympathetic and the sympathetic to be together. No bear, no dental drill, no Uzi, no shark. Belly breath, shoulders down. Angel wings ever so slightly back. And if you're driving, you can do this. Just keep your hands on the wheel. If you're astro traveling, it's all good. Belly breath. And if you're lying down, it's very good. That's how babies breathe, through their belly. You're going to naturally breathe through your belly. A belly breath into, oh yeah, your forehead. A belly breath into the crown of your head. Yes, yes, sir. Your lobes, both of your lobes, and all the connective tissue. And a belly breath. Love kings and love queens who are now jumping on out the crown of your head. Let's bring heaven earth. This is a time. We are all one love, united in love. All the division is below me. Yeah. I know some things are happening on a certain level. So let us feel one love, unified, bringing heaven earth. Remember how worthy you are, how loved, or you would not be in your mate suits. You are loved. This is the time to remember. Good morning, a love warrior, a love goddess, a queen, this incarnation. Barbara Smallove. Hello, beloved. Belly breath, we're bringing heaven earth. I like to bring Robin Williams energy, who I had the pleasure of spending some time with backstage in Vancouver after I performed. A belly breath, bringing my beloved sister, Marilyn, who's transitioned, who is so genius and so creative. And still is, she says, I swear. Belly breath, bringing anyone you want, bringing the angels, the best, the fairies, whatever you want to refer to, or you want to unifer. We're all unified field of love. God, goddess, a higher power, doesn't matter what you call it. The big schnitzel, witzel, pretzel in the sky on a large monkey named Frito, who rides the unicycle. It doesn't matter. We're all from unified field of love. I love bringing heaven earth into my body, because we might think we're coming up with ideas, but we're all big from the big, porridge bowl of love and genius, and only the best and the highest is allowed. You do not need to bring anyone through you or any kind of additional frequency. I love it. I feel it. Whether you have had transitioning people such as, children, daughters, sons, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, great aunts, great uncles, friends, beloveds. If you've had mothers, grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, any of that energy, only the best and the highest, that would serve your purpose, now is allowed through. We're bringing heaven earth. This is a time for us to radiate love and genius and the best that we are, so that we are mirroring what we want in our world, which is love. And yes, people are going to be accountable, and they are being, and I'm talking about we are all one love at our core. It's what we signed up for. It's what Frannie shared and believed. You don't have to agree with me. Belly breaths only. If you're mimicking this, please make sure your shoulders are pressed down ever so slightly. Belly breath, and we're going to hum down, activating 15 to 24 times more nitrous oxide, more NO, proven scientifically. Oh yeah, science is backing it all over the world now. From your pineal gland. Yes, crystals activated. So many people have spoken about doing this, from Joe Dispenza to scientists in Stockholm. Here we go. Belly breath and Om. Om down. Om gives it juice. Make sure your lips go together to activate it. This is the best vasodilator in town, boys and girls. Love kings and love queens. Here we go. Om. Through what I call your love trunk. This is where all our chakras are. We're doing the house cleaning so we can allow more of the genius that we came here to celebrate in. So we can embody, we're in our freaking bodies, the genius that we are, the love that we are, the abundance, the joy. Belly breath. Om. One more Om. Om. Now, we're also going to hydrate a fabulous grasshopper-tini, mintatini. Now, this is chlorophyll water. So good for you. The reason we do this is because 50 gazillion times a millisecond from the unified field of love, which is where most of us is, love kings and love queens. Only a small part of us came into our blessed bodies, and all information is coming through our systems from the toroidal fields, hitting us in the gut. There's a brain in the gut and trying to rise up through our chakra system, past our primitive brain into higher brain centers. But what happens if we have gunk stuck in our chakra system, which resides in our blessed meat ensembles? It's hard for it to get around. We're frequency. Everything is energy. So the frequency comes in, these genius ideas that we want, but we're too young, we're too old, we're too blonde, we're too brunette, we're too short, we're too tall. We need another certificate. We need another, oh my gosh, whatever. It's a lie. You're enough. You're worthy. So let's clean it out and remember our connection to the love that we are. We're going to do 2 more. Ready? Here we go. Up from Mother Earth, through Mother Earth, and from Mother Earth, through our blessed soles of our feet. All right, we're going up what I call the love trunk. Breathing up a succession of breaths and humming down, baby. Here we go. 1 breath. Another breath from Mother Earth up through your beautiful, strong feet, your fascia. Another belly. Oxygenating your cells is the best thing you can do for them. A belly breath into your ankles, your calves, baby. A belly breath into your knees. Let them be a little bouncy. If you're standing, which is another word for standing and sounding, I guess, and standing. A belly breath into your thighs, front, side, back. A belly breath into your butt. Another belly breath into your spiritual, sexual organs, because that's what they are. We are. Remembering that we are the divine feminine and the divine male, baby. A belly breath into your root chakra. Another belly breath. Oh yeah, into your sacral chakra. I like chakra. I don't know why. A belly breath into your solar plexus. Belly breath into all your digestive organs. Oh yeah, yummy. A belly breath into your entire skin system, the largest organ on the body. A belly breath. Oh yeah, another belly breath. Keep your belly breaths going. You're going to get high from this because your body is starved from oxygen. All of ours are. A belly breath. And so listen, it's great to work out and to exercise and all that's great, but what happens when you are triggered? Okay? Breathing and humming. And the short form, this is the medium form, fastest way to self-regulate your nervous system. We're going to keep going in a minute. I just want to say I love you all so freaking much. Okay. I was moved to say that. It's a very deep sharing. A belly breath into your solar plexus. A belly breath into your ribs in the front. I feel it. Side ribs, back of the ribs. Belly breath into your strong back. A belly breath into all of your organs, your liver, your onions. Oh yeah, aha. Belly breath into your pancreas, belly breath into your gallbladder, belly breath into your gizzard, as beautiful Esther Hicks would say. A belly breath into your lungs, a belly breath into your heart. There is a brain in the belly. There's a brain in the heart, and there is a brain and a heart in your brain. Okay, a belly breath into your breast tissue, a belly breath into your strong shoulders, a belly breath, only belly breath, shoulders down, belly breath down your arms. You oxygenating. People type, let me know. Tell me I am oxygenating. I am oxygenating. Beep. I want some feedback here. Let's have an energy exchange. If you're driving, forget about it. Don't worry about it. I get it. A belly breath out your gorgeous expressive hands and say thank you. Let's thank. The thanks is so helpful. Thank you for my beautiful fingers and finger. Imagine if you didn't have fingernails, that would suck, you know what. A belly breath into your neck, a belly breath into your pharynx, your larynx, a belly breath into the back of your ears, the back of your teeth, a belly breath into your tongue, your taste buds, and a belly breath into your beautiful smiles. Let them light up the friggin' cosmos and all of the connected galaxies, parallel universes, disconnected, polka dotted, and the Galactic Federation, our entire beautiful Terra. A belly breath into the backs of our ears, into our cheekbones, into our nosies, into our nose hairs, our nostrils. A belly breath into the backs of your eyes. The eyes are the doorway, are the windows to the soul. Belly breath in your beautiful eyeballs. Thank you, eyes. I love what I see. I love what I feel with our love family. A belly breath into our forehead. Another belly breath. Oxygenate your cells, boys and girls, into both lobes of your brain and all the connective tissues. Now we're going to go out the crown, kings and queens of love. And I would like you, if you're mimicking me, please keep your shoulders down and your angel wings, your nubs are back here. You know, we're just angels pretending to be humans. You know, right? Okay. All right. And what is it? You know, why do angels fly? Because what's the deal? There's a beautiful saying. Yeah, because shake that shit out. Let that shit go. And you start to take flight. That's how angels can fly. They let that shit go. Well, okay, I just started that one, but I think it works. So what we're going to do is we're bringing heaven earth through humming. You want to have a, let's say, a better job, a new relationship, a better relationship, a nicer bevy of people around you. You want to have people around you, let's say, who take responsibility for their moods, or do you like people who are cranky, just wondering, low vibe, high vibe, all right? So we need to clean a house. We need to do the work on a consistent basis to attract, because we're all frequency, to magnify, yes, and also to magnetically attract what we want. If we're not self-regulating, self-soothing, that is not numbing out. As a matter of fact, please allow yourself to have an emotional experience if that is what this humming and breath work is bringing. Because what happens with humming is it soothes you, it releases nitrous oxide, and it helps to release, together with breathing up your love trunk, it helps to release stuck emotion in your fascia, in your subconscious part of your body. It's somatically stored, and we do long form versions of this. I lead workshops. So we allow for the release, and then we replace it with what I coined fairy tailing. And we'll get to that a little later, but right now we're gonna do one more from. Are you ready? All right, I'm gonna check in on you for 1 second. Please hydrate, oxygenating, hydrating, take care of your blessed selves. We're in our soma for read. This is a wild, wild time in the world, isn't it? And we need to, as far as you don't need to do anything. Frannie Sheridan's perspective, this is a time to stay grounded. So, somebody rubs you the wrong way, you read something, you get that phone call, that text, somebody's at the elevator and they're like pressing the button all the time and they think it's gonna matter. Somebody cuts you off, gets too close to the car, whatever. Your, cousin Ernie calls and stresses you out, your kid. This is the time when you breathe and hum. So we're actually gonna go into a short form version of what you do when you're triggered, okay, by something. This is the fastest way of handling. Kate says, you are freaking hysterical, love you. Oh, I love you so much, Barbara. I so adore that you feel my humor. And it just comes through because I'm flowing. Believe it or not, I didn't script this whole thing. I know you think it's like your iambic pentameter today, so Shakespearean friend is off the charts, and you're reading from what is it called? I don't know, what the politicians read many times, right? And it's all perfect. I'm not in any way condemning, but Jeff Utter, let us know how you are, Mr. California. John Williams, okay, I'm trying to read. Fran, it does this sometimes. It's kind of jumping, Johnny. I see Franny, Danny, Pooh, big hugs, love, to da. Probably says love family. I can't move this. It's interesting. So I guess the connection is slow. So important that we don't take ourselves too serially. You know what I mean? Because so much is happening. So many good things I believe we are allowing in. And that's the thing. Best of times, because we're all magnetic. Your frequency, I'm frequent. I magnetized you. I magnetized you. I magnetized the F out of you. And you magnetized the F out of him. So if we want to magnetize more of the love in the world that we all want, more of the unified field of love, bringing heaven earth, I believe we need to be it. We need to be it. We need to be the change that we want, and everything is here. I believe it's all about revealing it. So there's no I want, because if you want, it's always in the future. It is here now. We got to feel it, and I can think of no better way than to feel it in your body, right? Because otherwise you are not going to magnetize it. So we want heaven earth, and let other people have their opinions. This is my prayer. Let us all feel the love in the world. And I will tell you, this is the fastest way. I'm going to do right now 3 fast times to self-regulate, self-soothe without numbing out, nothing to do with numbing your nervous system, so that you don't F yourself up when you're in traffic, when you're whatever. It is so important so that you can continue to magnetize what it is you would like to allow in, because it's just allowing it. Everything is here, right? Yeah, I know you agree with me, because we're all just reflections of each other. And on a grander scale, our beautiful world and our cosmos, peace on earth, heaven earth. So all you do, you're triggered, and many of you know this, but everything is reps, right? Everything is practice, you know it. So breathing into your belly, shoulders down, whether you're sitting down, you're at work, whether you're in the car, whether you're lying down in bed. It's the middle of the night, you can't sleep. So many of our clients benefit in so many ways, including my beloved Danny and me, and oh my goodness, it's helped me and so many of my workshop participants. All you do, simplest way to self-regulate and self-soothe. So you're breathing in as if not hyperextending, but breathing in and letting it go like babies do. So push against your hand if you can, if you're driving obviously, or if you can't for whatever reason, but try to push your hand. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Everything is belly humming and belly breathing. Shoulders down just a little bit. We're not activating the sympathetic, nervous system. We don't want fight or flight. Parasympathetic, sympathetic being woven together. You're waiting for the elevator. Somebody's going, but you're in a hurry and you're like, wow, that's just going to make it take longer actually, or maybe I don't even know what. So what you do, you breathe and you 3 times. Breathe, One more time. Breathe, Now the person at the elevator might look at you and, why are you humming? You could just say, love is in the air. I can't get, it's always good to have 1 or 2 songs stored for this purpose. I can't get that song into my head. Or you could just say, I have humming Tourette's. It's a very serious condition. It's very much activated when people continue to, no, you don't have to go there. But you can find a way to be playful and lighthearted. If you're too self-conscious, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. If you're too self-conscious for whatever reason to hum, just breathe up the love trunk from the belly. Don't do this with your hands. And breathe down. Do that slowly 3 times. Big breath. 1 more. You're self-regulating your chakra system. It all resides in the central part of your body. Danny knows this, my beloved love king, Danny McKiley, who's on this call, as they call it. What happened the other day is one of our, and this happens every now and then, people are very excited about frumming and they want to talk to me, and I'm teaching workshops, and so I'm only at the center generally Friday, Saturday definitely. And they really want to ask me questions about it and how do you do it and everything. And then tell me exactly what's going on with them. And I love people, but sometimes I'm exhausted. So one of the things that I found really works is while I'm standing listening, and I'm listening, I'm not taking it in. That's the different thing, right? So today's video really speaks to this, which is about, when I gave up, really wanting to be there for people in a way that that didn't serve me because I was so conditioned to be my father's emotional caretaker. And so it was familiar to do that. But when I gave up doing that, when it didn't serve me, meaning when I was tired or I just wasn't, up for it for whatever reason, my whole life changed. And I'm going to get to more specifics, but I will tell you how I use short form frumming, like I just said, or short form breathing up and down your love trunk. If you're feeling like your energy is being sucked, if you feel like you're an empath and you're giving too much away, you don't need to, and people often say, oh, I just love too much. I just love. No, you don't. You're giving away your energy. And I used to think it was normal and it was grand and it was noble. And I'm not saying, please don't smoke me. I'm not saying we shouldn't support each other at all. But there's a difference between codependency, somebody being dependent on you emotionally, to you have to listen, you got to tell it, or what's called co-regulating, where you can actually bounce off and lean on each other, but it works both ways, and there's a consciousness about it. So when clients or whomever is wanting to lean on me too much, and for whatever reason I'm kind of stuck there, it's a dinner party, it's whatever, I'm just kind of, I've gone to the bathroom, made that excuse too many times, or phone calls or whatever. Breathing, this is something that will really serve you. Breathing up from your belly, up and down your love trunk while you're, it will regulate you. It will allow you to self-soothe. It will allow you to stay grounded without feeling resentful, without putting gunk in your body, to the degree that you can handle it. Now, the best thing, of course, is tooth, breathe up and hum down. But you can't always do that, especially if somebody's trying to tell you, a sad story, a difficult story, and they want you to not just listen, but to hear them with your heart, you can do that and also breathe and not hurt yourself. So when I stopped feeling like I had to be there, to listen to people because it was familiar, and I was a bad girl, I was a bad wife, I was a bad girlfriend, I was a bad daughter, I was a bad whatever, a bad workshop leader, a bad wellness center owner, whatever the deal was, I performed a play for hundreds of people who, or my comedy for hundreds of people who spent a lot of money on tickets, and I should listen to. When I stopped feeling like I had to give of myself in a way that never really served me, but it did serve me in the sense that I was able to write a play out of my father's story, write award-winning, traditionally published memoirs, and not to show off, but just to let you know, we can always, make lemonade. And I adored and still do feel such a connection from non-physical with my father. We were very close. But being made into an emotional caretaker, I don't want to use the word cost, but it impinged on aspects of my childhood, certainly, and they were dark stories in the middle of the night. So it also cost me some sleep. But everything worked out perfectly, and Frannie shared, and it's just my perspective, I believe we sign on and make a soul contract before we even incarnate in our blessed meat ensembles. So I believe that was part of mine. Why? Because the dividends were massive. However, it was so familiar for me to be an emotional caretaker to people that I felt like, even though I didn't want to do it anymore, my subconscious wanted to. Now, it's a hard thing for us to admit when I want a better relationship, but maybe subconsciously, part of you is so used to being in a relationship where, I don't know, there's some abuse of some kind, right? In my case, being an emotional caretaker. I wanted a great relationship. When you might have much of it be a great relationship, but you're also perhaps attracting that aspect until you let go of what's stuck in your fascia, in your subconscious. And I do that through my long form frumming workshops. And if you're interested, you can text me. I don't have room right now, but I will. I have a waiting list. So what I would do is I would attract relationships with wonderful men who also had that, you know, neediness. It's an addiction in various forms. And yes, sometimes you can work those things out in a relationship. I certainly have with, you know, my stuff, because we all come from stuff. I'm not above stuff. I'm just doing the work. And we are in my relationship, but we're not codependent. We're co-regulating. There's a big difference because we lean on each other, but we're conscious of it, right? And in the relationships I had preceding this, before I woke, I allowed in, I meditated and asked for this wisdom because I was ready for it. I attracted some beautiful relationships, truly, but with people who wanted me to be, of course, you know, codependent on me and the other way around, because we attract what is in our frequency. So there's no blame. It was absolutely divinely for everything I take responsibility for and absolutely zero regrets. But I tell you, I no longer do that because of my consciousness, because I'm doing this work and I'm not above slipping back into other stuff, but not very often, because I make it my business to do this as the most important thing. It is life-changing. My whole life changed. My relationship with my beloved Danny Mikhaili is off the frickin' charts. What I'm attracting business-wise, what we're attracting business-wise in many different capacities, the abundance, the joy, the people around us, and you, my love family, who I adore and I'm so, so thankful for. You see, there's no ending to the sentence because I'm getting older and I want to save my energy. Just kidding. But I want to tell you how much I love you. And really, that's pretty much it. And so this is a bit of a shorter one today. I want to toast you with my chlorophyll-a-teeny. It's so good. Water and chlorophyll. Really keeps your sprockets dust-free. Remember to hydrate. Remember to oxygenate your cells. Remember to self-regulate your nervous system. And okay, I'll leave you with one other thing. I feel you don't want me to go yet. I literally can feel it. Okay, oh my goodness. Albert Wolf, Love Warrior, hello, blessed. How are you and where are you? It says slow connection. I think you're getting younger, says Jeff Utter. You know, it's so freaking funny. I'm telling you, I'm not using a filter or anything like that. I mean, even for what I'm saying. But I believe oxygenating the cells and doing this work, it has a huge physiological. You're not the first person who said this. So thank you, Jeff Utter. Isn't that funny? Oh my goodness. And Jeff is in California. And Albert, let us know where you are, Love Warrior. And John Williams, Love Warrior. Oh, you got to go. John's at work in Toronto. I'm wonderful, says Love Warrior Jeff Utter. I am absolutely loving this, and you and all of you. Oh, Jeff Utter, it's been a while. And Barbara Smoloff, are you still with us, gorgeous? Remind me exactly where in America you are. I know where you are. You're not Seattle. You're not Minneapolis. I can't remember. Okay, of course, we have Love Warrior Danny Mikhaili in Florida. Okay, well, listen, one other thing that I call fairy tailing. Do you want to hear this? Love Warrior Jeff, are you with us? Because we're going away to be with the dolphins on the other coast of Florida for a week. I think that was a dolphin I just swallowed. I don't even know what happened there. I got so excited about we're so excited about the dolphins. Dolphins, dolphins, dolphins. All right, that was my worst dolphin impression ever, but Barbara's still there. Solon, Ohio, with a yummy sister. Oh, bless you. Love Schwester. Love Queen Barbara Spaltz. Oh, you're in Solon, Ohio. Oh, very, very cool. Yes, I'm very curious about fairy tailing. I feel my fairy boy tail sprouting. Now, you are so funny, Love Warrior. Okay, I'll tell. Yeah, only because you begged. I'll tell you about fairy tailing. Tina Michelle Briggs, hi beauty, hello my gorgeous, gorgeous love queen reflection. Let the love family know whence you are, and if you're Albert, Love King, if you're with the Witness Protection Program and you cannot, or maybe you're with a Galactic Federation, which I do know is part of this, and I love everyone so much. Okay, fairy tailing. Okay, all right, Jeff Otta. Fairy tailing, super easy. All it is. So I do a lot of breath work plus humming, long form, and people scream and cry and yell and laugh their asses off because they're releasing long form with very emotional music, beautiful music like this and others, and it activates what's sometimes stuck in, when we keep repeating the same cycle in life and we can't quite let it go, sometimes something can be released from, inner child work, and also what's stuck in the fashion. We do inner child work, and, our inner child is always with us. You know that, love warrior Jeff Utter. And it just sometimes wants us to breathe with it and to feel it, to heal it, and to reveal the love and the worthiness that you are and that I am and that all of us here are. Oh my gosh, all of us all over our gorgeous cosmos and all the related cosmos. So, holding the inner child and feeling. And in meditation, when you're quiet, sometimes if you ask your inner child, the little boy, the little girl inside of all of us, it's always there, that's always waiting to be held. If there was a time in your life, and it can be a very small thing, like when you were in grade 2 and somebody, took your Joe Louis or whatever it was called in America. I'm originally from Canada, one of your snacks, and called you names, and you were somehow traumatized and you internalized it. Doesn't matter. You can hold that little child in you and say, little Frannie, you're not alone. I love you. I'm so sorry that you were isolated and you did, and whatever it is, let the tears be there, let the anger, let it pass through you. It is so healing. Okay, so that's one piece. Now, fairy tailing is, what do you do when you let go of that, when you have felt those more vulnerable emotions? A beautiful thing to do, not just after you do this, anytime, but especially after, right? After we allow ourselves to feel it, to heal it, to reveal the love and the worthiness that we all are. Sometimes it takes some time to remember. We're so worthy. We're so worthy. I am worthy. What is that from Saturday Night Live? Anyway, fairy tailing. Oh, so powerful. So, as somebody, I majored in theater in university, blah, 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 studied film acting, blah, blah, blah. So there's what's called suspend your imagination and the what if game. The what if is just, what if? And I like to refer back to this story, which I wrote about in my memoir, which is true. When I was a little girl, my dad, for Father's Day, gave myself and my little brother each $10 to buy him a present. And we went to Ogilvy's, which was like the Canadian version of, Macy's or whatever, Nordstrom's, and went right to the Father's Day presents. And I saw a shiny thing that was kind of golden. It was like a statue. I thought it was a vase. And of course, I'm like a shiny thing magnet, even as a little girl. That's how I came into the world. It was a toilet. It was a miniature toilet, and you flushed a gold handle, and out popped a man with a sign that said, "Goodbye, cruel world." Well, I thought it was the best thing ever. Hello, love queen Karen Hilligoss from Chicago. So it was amazing to me, and I forced, really, my poor little brother, who I was like bullying. I was like, "Oh, come on, Dad's good." He's like, "I don't think so," because my dad had PTSD, and he was really funny and great, and then on a dime, boom, great. So, right, we we do what we can. He was just as loving and wonderful as he could be. I don't have any resentment, at all. I've forgiven myself and him and the whole soul contract. It's all perfect. But what happened was, we brought this to my dad, as all wrapped up. My dad was like, he was from Vienna. "Oh, what a beautiful gift." And he unwrapped it, and "Oh, a toilet? A toilet? Do you give your father a toilet?" And he got really like crazy. "How dare you?" And I was like, "Daddy, it's so funny." Because you see, my dad would also let us watch, Charlie Chaplin movies on the reel to reel. So he did have a kooky sense of humor when he let himself. So I thought, he's going to do it. And the little man popped out after my dad flushed the little gold handle with a sign that said, "Goodbye, cruel world." He went, "Goodbye, cruel world? What are you doing making fun of me? And he said, did your mother put you up to this? And he went into total paranoia cray-cray, because in real life, my father had fought the Nazis at Dunkirk with the French army, and had tried to, he was a medic, and they ran out of supplies, and he tried to, you know, commit suicide, and he had such survivor guilt. He couldn't save his family, all kinds of stuff. So he went back into trauma, was stuck in his body, which is part of why I do this exercise, right? And it doesn't have to be that severe. We often just have patterning in all of us, in our bodies, that can be released through this very easy and beautiful exercise and replaced with fairy tailing, which we are now getting to. Frannie, make your point. So fairy tailing is taking this example from my childhood that really happened. It isn't rewriting history, so nobody smoke me, okay? What it's doing is creating a different story. What if my dad received that beautifully wrapped, if I do say so myself, and I do, present. Oh, what a beautiful present, Francis, and your little brother Robert, you're so artistic. And he opens it, he sees a toilet. I have never seen a funnier thing in my life. They're so funny. And while I'm saying this, love queens and love kings, every hair on my body, and Danny's had this experience too when he was fairy tailing with his own story, standing up, because it changes your physiology. Your brain and body do not know the difference between whether this is a true story or a made-up one. And Joe Dispenza and many great thought leaders and scientists and educators share this. This is not the first time. So you tell yourself a new story. Oh, my dad's going, Madam, you're so funny. You buy your father a toilet. You're a little comedian. And you too, I wouldn't be surprised if you both make quite a beautiful living doing something in the comedy sector in the world. And, you know, I thank you so much. You're so, and then he hugged us. So what does that do to me? The whole story now, you can see, I'm sure my eyes are lighting up. All of my cones and in my, you know, pineal gland, everything is excited. I feel so good. So I think about this new story, right? Because in a parallel universe, it may have happened. Who cares? It did now. And you tell yourself a story. The thing is, you are the one who need to believe it. So I needed to tell the truth because I was brought up to believe that I would get killed if I told a true story. So for me, it was cathartic to write these, you know, this book and to have an internationally, you know, claimed solo show, yada yada, to help to heal my family ultimately after they were going to sue me because it was a secret. Attracted Hollywood, Arthur Hiller attached himself to direct the film that I wrote, and it goes on. I'm telling you this to say my identity was attached to it, and it was unhealthy because at a point it was like ripping off a scab over and over. After it was finished being cathartic and healing, to tell the truth, thank you very much, it was, wildly. Then it was like going into the pain, and people were dying to book my play. And Danny knows this, I was like, not gonna happen. And then I finally conceded because I loved this one producer, and I did it at a Shishi, huge theater here in West Palm Beach. But that was it, that was the last time, done. But I went through depression because I did not know who I was, whose I was, and how loved I was, and that I was worthy of love, whatever it was that I was doing. You are worthy. You are loved, whatever you're doing. It doesn't mean you need to do something publicly. You don't need to write your story. What is it that brings you joy, that you're excited about, that you have not given yourself permission to, that you think, I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too blonde, I'm too brunette, I need another degree, I need longer fingered. It doesn't matter. It's a lie. Just start. Imperfectly perfect action. Inspired action for sure. But if you're sitting there waiting for the perfect inspiration, think about how you're going to feel in a year, in 5 years, in 2 years. Now, what I mean by that is, if it excites you, but you're not sure exactly what your next step is, I say do it, okay? I'm not saying if you're scared or you reconcile with what your comfort zone is, but you do not need to know all the pieces. Doing this, what I'm doing now, pretty much every day, except for next week, because we're going to be with the Dolphins, me and Love Warrior Danny McKiley, no apologies, is something that came through me to do. And like a couple weeks ago, I shot the second episode of the series with Dr. Sandra Rose Michael with, you know, some technical issues. But it immediately got 1.7K replays. Because why? Frequency. It's nothing to do with perfection. It had to do with passion, with joy, with excitement, with love. And I wish the same and so much. I feel so much abundance for you. And my prayer is that you, the more you wish success, joy, true success, true love, true joy, true health, true wellness, endless abundance, endless money, endless wellness, endless creativity for others. They will wish it for you, even if they don't know it consciously. We're all connected by the unified field of love, and I love you all so much. So if you feel inspired, please know that I'm not coming from a needy place. I don't need you to like this. I don't needy. I'm not needy. I don't need you to share it. However, if you feel inspired that sharing this video might lift someone up. This is a time in the world where there is, by design, a lot of and it's a lie. Yes, of course, much change is happening. Let's allow in the love and the truth that we are. We're all unified from the unified field of love. So please share this if you feel it will lift someone up. And if you don't want to, I love you anyway. Very, very deeply. Thank you so much for playing. I'm going to have a quick look and I'm going to go be with the dolphins. Vulnerable. Oh, love goddess. Tina Misha, we're so proud of you being so very vulnerable in sharing your story and through comedy to bring so much happiness to us. Oh, you have touched me. Oh, love queen Tina Briggs. So proud of you being so, oh, bless you, sharing your, oh, it was written twice. I love you so much. Thank you, and I'm accepting that and feeling it. And we are all so much more powerful. Our vulnerability is our power. Karen Hilligoss, love queen, I love this story of your childhood. Even then you had a great sense of humor. Well, I had it, I wanted it, I loved it because my dad also did. But once that happened, it slammed me down. And so when I was even working as a stand-up comedian, when I had like hundreds of people in the audience laughing, I would go into crippling paralysis emotionally and not know why. And it wasn't performance anxiety or whatever. Back then, I went to therapists, and they didn't know, but so much of it was because I wasn't disconnected from my breath. I was disconnected. I stopped myself from breathing. And of course, at that point, Brahmati Yoga, which is thousands of years old, where they hum, that we didn't have the internet. But the combination, I'm telling you, breath work and humming, if I'd had that then, and you know what? I'm really glad I didn't, because everything was perfect leading up to me talking to you. Oh, goddess of queen. I love so much. Karen, you genius, advocate for Wayne Dyer, beautiful mother and wife, and just such a gorgeous love queen goddess. So it's all perfect, but please know that you look so radiant. God bless you. Well, I think I'm excited, Karen, because we're going to the dolphins, but I accept it. I'm not undermining my radiance. Okay. All right. Okay. Listen, I'm going to go, my beauties. I love you so much, and just remember, there's a big difference between co-regulation, which is doing this work for yourself, and you can do it in 2 seconds. Do you have 2 seconds? We're at 2 seconds. And codependence. So everything we need is inside of us. Our inner child is always with us. That part of us is always with us. Hug it, love it, and fairy tale. From on, my strong brothers and sisters. I'll see ya on Sunday. Mwah. I love you.